Yeah, salutations and all that jazz. It's your girl, Magna Dragon Phoenix. What's going on, collective? I've been out of sight, but never out of mind. Took a little hiatus to take care of some spiritual work within myself, continuing on my healing journey as I've been doing and continuing to do. Growth is a never-ending process, right? So that's what I've been doing, and also fighting spiritual warfare because some naughty spirits just can't seem to understand that they should not touch the anointed and do any harm to the prophets and the prophetesses. So they continue to learn very harsh lessons, and it's quite okay. Before I jump into the subject matters that I'm going to cover in this video today, I would like to give you guys a reminder that my website is available for the Divine Collective to explore, to connect. Don't be shy. Check it out. I would love to see you guys and have you as a member in the community. www.magnadragonphoenix.com. I'll see you all there. Now, let's jump into these subject matters that I'm going to cover today. Fresh off my hiatus, back on the scene, ready to ruffle some feathers. This video, the first subject matter that I'm going to cover is divination abuse. We're going to jump right into this subject matter because it seems to be running quite rampant, and it's been running rampant for quite a while. At this time, it's at the end. Everything has an expiration date. Everything has an expiration date. All things come to an end at some point, but the end is never the end, is it? It's the beginning of something new, something perhaps more evolved, something different. Once a cycle ends, or once anything for that matter ends, there's always a beginning that replaces that end, such as the cycle of the infinity loop. So let's jump into this subject matter of divination abuse. There's a lot of naughty spirits running around because they have some spiritual abilities, spiritual gifts. One of them may be divination, the ability of oracle, whatever it may be. They have the ability to access information in the spirit realm that others that do not have that gift cannot. But there's always levels, right? Depending on your ranking, depending on your spiritual authority, right? Because a lot of people, they talk about power. Authority is different from power. Many have power, right? A small percentage, but many have power. However, very few have authority. So a lot of these naughty beings that are committing divination abuse do not have the authority to access the Akashic records of the beings that they are doing this to. So, let's get into that. There are divine beings whose Akashic records are not to be touched, ever. Shouldn't be touching anyone's Akashic records, for that matter. I don't do it, and I have the ability to do it. I have the power to do it, and I have the authority from the Creator of all to do it, but I don't. The way how, it's just so funny. The way how I know most of the time, the information that I know about these beings that attack me in the spirit realm and fail miserably each and every time is because when you get in a divine being's energy, if that divine being has the ability of oracle, divination, mediumship, that being is going to pick up all of your business because you were attempting to get in their energy. Whether you got in their energy or not, either way, that divine being is going to detect your activities in the spirit realm. The divine being is going to know that you are attempting to access their Akashic records because their spirit family is going to let them know, or they pick it up through their gift. Whatever the case may be, you're not low, is the point. So, utilizing divination, it's an ancient art, an ancient practice. There's many ways one can go about consulting the oracle or doing a divination. There's so many ways. I can mention so many. Some people just have the ability of direct communication with the divine. So they get their information directly from source. Some people use other tools for divination. Whatever the case may be, everyone has their own gifts. Everyone uses whatever apparatus they want to use to pretty much channel that message that's being conveyed from the spirit realm. It could be from the divine, or it could be from lower vibrational beings, lower vibrational entities, wicked spirits, etc. Notice that I don't really categorize wicked spirits as daemons because not every daemon is a wicked spirit. But that's for another video, maybe on my website, that I may make to delve into that a little bit more deeply. Now, there's a lot of beings that have been abusing divination, attempting rather to access divine beings' Akashic records if they come up on the scene. I'm going to use an example. Let's say, for example, a divine being comes up on the scene and a rival is envious of that divine being. So they start to do things in the spirit realm to spy on that person so that they can steal from the divine being, right? As an example. How that manifests into from the spiritual realm to the physical realm, because it's both, right? It manifests into from the spiritual to the physical realm as basically stuff like hacking into people's devices, right? Whatever platforms they may have, whatever the case may be, like even an apparatus such as a cell phone. Utilizing gadgets, gizmos, technology to siphon information from divine beings to enrich themselves while the divine being withers. That's what they hope, right? That's one of the attempts of divination when it's being abused in that way, in the example that I gave. So a lot of these wicked spirits that are running rampant in the world love to abuse divination. However, that time has come to an end. Any being that attempts to abuse divination going forward, they will be immediately handled by Mikael, Azrael, Raziel, and many other divine beings that have been instructed by the creator of all to stop them in their tracks immediately. For quite some time, since times immemorial, dense energies have been holding down the vibration of this realm in its many dimensions, which triggered a sort of quarantine to happen on Earth. And there's other planets that this type of activity has been happening on as well. And it's the same sort of quarantine as well, because there's so many wicked spirits. That's why if you notice, it feels like this is like a prison planet kinda. And it wasn't designed to be that way. That was not the original design for this realm. It was designed to be a sort of library, a information world where souls can access information that will enrich them and allow them to accelerate in their growth process in terms of spiritual evolution. However, and I'm not going to get into the details about this in this video, a very long time ago, there was a scrimmage over this realm between beings of the light and beings of the dark. Take that however you want to take it. The dense energies and the beings of the light, right? So for a while, these dense energies have overcrowded this realm with their dark energies and have been feeding primarily off of the divine beings that are in this realm, as well as humanity. That has all come to an end because the veil has been lifted. Long gone are the days where information is withheld. This is the age of Aquarius, right? It's the age of information. So when we say information, we're not talking primarily about the physical reality, the internet, Google, all that stuff. No offense to Google. We're talking about spiritual information. The time where the beings, all of the beings in this realm are going to be reminded of the spirit realm. The truth, the real spirit realm. Why do I say the real spirit realm? If you're new to this channel, check out the description box so you can see what type of time this channel is on. The true spirit realm. We're not referring to, I respect all beliefs. Whatever you believe, you believe. Everyone is on their own journey. It's unique. Whatever religion they may have, whatever it may be, whatever their spiritual beliefs are, is tailored to their soul's journey. And that's just that for that, right? So that's pretty much that. So when I say this real spirit realm, I'm referring to without all of the brainwashing and the oppression and the force on individuals' beliefs. That's what I mean. Now that divination abuse has been banned, outlawed in the spirit realm, so if anyone commits divination abuse, those spirits will be present to take care of that. The next thing that I want to talk about is, which leads into that, because that is the main reason why these wicked spirits abuse divination, spiritual oppression. Their aim is to spiritually oppress people. Spiritual oppression, as an example, and everyone that is a magician is a magician. Listen, please don't come here if you do not have the knowledge about spirituality other than what you may be used to. Because some people may come here and they may have their opinions, whether I'm good or evil, this or that. That's your opinion. I'm a benevolent being in this world under divine instruction. I am a daughter of the Creator of all. A benevolent being, it doesn't mean that that person is only going to have angels of the quote white light around them, especially if you are an energy worker or you call yourself an energy worker. Love and light is not the only energy, right? You have to be able to maneuver through the shadows as well. So if you're a daughter or a son of the Creator of all, which is very few and far between, it's a very small percentage that's in this realm at this time. An original, which can never be duplicated. There's only a very small amount of originals, maybe a handful or two. Just kidding. Listen, an original is going to have beings of the light and the dark around them. What do you think is going to handle a wicked spirit that is so rambunctious that they can unalive you? Do you think that it's going to be an angel of love that is going to show up and take care of that being? I don't think so. Is going to be a terrible angel of the Lord that was created specifically for that action. Each being was created and designed for a specific role. They come with their gifts, they come with their assignments to take care of these roles that they have to play, right? So, an original is not going to have only beings of the quote white light around them. There's going to be some angels of the dark as well. And that's another thing. We'll get into that in another video. I may put that on my website as well to go further into angels of the white light, as people like to say. And then there's angels of the dark. You have dark angels and you have the light angels. Believe it or not, they work together. There are roles and assignments that have to be carried out in the spirit realm. So it's not the way how people make it seem. That's a mortal way of looking at it. It's a mortal comprehension. It goes deeper than that. But anyway, back to spiritual oppression. So the primary reason why these wicked spirits abuse divination is to exact spiritual oppression on their target. Here's where it gets sticky though. If that individual is a divine being, is a chosen one, is anointed, if they're a prophet or a prophetess, a high priest or a high priestess, whatever, if you follow the tarot, etc., as an example, it's going to get really sticky because that person is not to be touched. They are specifically in this world for a reason, a divine reason. So each time a wicked spirit tries to abuse divination, to exact spiritual oppression, there are going to be divine beings, whether of the white light or the dark light, that is going to rise up and defend that divine being. So it would behoove whomever is doing things like that to reconsider, especially since we're now in the era of fuck around and find out in the spirit realm, right? Because the angels are not tolerating it anymore. They're basically defending the divine beings from the wickedness, from the wicked oppression. Let me show you how oppression can happen and manifest from the spirit realm into the physical realm. Let's say a magician uses negative magic to send in an attack to someone, right? That is going to manifest in the spirit realm as spirits. There's spirits that's going to carry out that mission that magician sent them out to complete. So when those spirits go out to attack the person by exacting whatever assignment that is that they were issued, the order, from the magician that sent them, they then go and start to ruin the person's life. For example, right, let's say it's like a sick spell. The person starts to get sick out of nowhere. They feel a heaviness, like they're being held down, etc. That's an example of spiritual oppression. They're being oppressed by those spirits, and it's manifesting in their physical health. It's deteriorating because they have those negative energies around them, whatever type of energies they may be, whether they be energy vampires, whatever kind of parasitical entity it may be. The entity may be draining them of their energy, and it starts to manifest as a physical illness, as an example, whatever the case may be. That is an example of spiritual oppression manifested in bad health. Another example of spiritual oppression, let's say, for example, someone sends an attack, a magician sends an attack on someone, and those spirits go out to start making people dislike that person. So everywhere they go, they meet with opposition. People just don't like them. People just hate them for whatever reason. People are jealous of them, whatever the case may be. That can be likened to the evil eye. That's exactly what that is. That's the kind of curse, because typically when a magician sends something out like that, an attack like that, it's usually motivated by envy, jealousy, the evil eye, right? So the evil eye, that curse, is sent out through that attack that magician sent. The spirits now go out to exact that order. They start to influence negative people that are lower vibrational that person encounters, and then those people give that negative energy to that person. It's so heavy, right? That person starts to feel sad, depressed. You see, it's inducing mental issues now that person is facing, or emotional issues as well. They start to feel trauma due to all of these bad encounters that they're having. They're stressed out. So that now is an example of oppression, of spiritual oppression. They're being oppressed by these wicked spirits that are continuously following them around and causing people that are lower vibrational, that they can control, to carry out that attack. That's an example of how spiritual oppression can affect someone's mental and their emotional capacity. It starts to deteriorate after a while if left unchecked, and that's if someone has very low protection. That's an example of someone that doesn't have strong spiritual protection. If they had strong spiritual protection, those spirits would not be able to oppress them like that. There's varying ways this could, go. But as an example, if the person had very strong protection, they would not be subjected to that attack at all, or they wouldn't be subjected to it to that degree. Keep that in mind. Now, I had made a statement where I was talking about, everyone has their own beliefs, etc. There are people that are magicians, and that's a gift. And there are people that don't have that gift. If you do not understand or overstand how spirituality works or the mysteries, etc., please do not start to judge, etc. It just doesn't make any sense. It's best to start to gain an understanding and an overstanding of how these things work before you start to say, they're playing in spell work, etc., etc. You can't tell someone that they can't practice their gift. You sound like a hater, right? Also, if someone decides that they want to use their gift for negative purposes, that's on them. But if you're a magician and you're able to defend that, you should defend that. What's the purpose of you having those gifts if you're not using them? I didn't say go ahead and go destroy people, etc., etc. No. But if you have gifts and a magician is attacking you, you're a magician yourself. Why wouldn't you defend yourself? That's why you have gifts, right? There are those in this world, and it's a very small percentage on the light and the dark, that are magicians. And there are those that are not. That's just the way it is. This is spirituality here, right? So that's not far-fetched to believe or grasp if you're on that type of wave with me. Okay? So if a person is using their gifts and they're using it wisely, that's between them and their creator. You can't tell someone that they can't use their gifts. If you don't have those gifts, you don't have those gifts. But if that person has gifts and they want to utilize them, they can. Some people choose to abuse their gifts. There are divine beings in place for people like that, and that's for them to handle. But for people to not really understand and overstand the mysteries and then just condemn that overall, you have some learning to do, and that's okay. We're all at the level of consciousness that we're supposed to be at, where we choose to be at. At any time, you can choose to be at another level of consciousness if that is what you desire. So, that said, I wanted to make a quick statement about some things that I have been observing. Now, and this is specifically towards certain content creators and tarot readers, content creators, right? The fake ones. That's what I'm speaking about now. In the beginning of this video, I talked about divination abuse. This is specifically towards you, content creators and tarot readers that are abusing divination. Hermes, aka Thoth. Let's say Thoth. Thoth. And Ma'at are on that ass. Okay? You think you're getting away with it, but you're not. Listening to people's backgrounds without their consent, etc., being a part of that shadow network, fire under y'all backside from Thoth and Ma'at and many more. You all have been abusing your abilities siphoning energies from the divine collective, etc., and then talking about it like other people were doing it, etc., like you're not. I know who each and every one of you guys are, and gals, mainly gals. Stop what you're doing. Stop this, okay? To try to be in toxic competition with people, to try to, be ahead of them, try to oppress them so that your channels can continue to rise and other people's channels will deplete. Hermes and Ma'at are on that ass. It's over. Specifically speaking, for my experience, you can try to listen to my background all you want so that you can try to talk like me, dress like me, wear the colors that I'm gonna wear, or put out whatever I'm attempting to put out before I put it out, while you try to oppress me so that I won't jump up on YouTube or whatever social media platform I want to use to follow divine instructions from the creator of all. Yeah, the divine is on that ass today. Yes, yes. Divination abuse will not be tolerated anymore. Y'all time is up in the spirit realm. And this will be manifesting in the 3D quickly. Very quickly, because it's already happened in the spirit realm. It's just a matter of it manifesting into the 3D, and we're actually already starting to see these things manifest, including a lot of other things that I prophesy. We can already see those things happening in the physical reality. That's why I just chill and I do what I do. I don't do this for clout and all of this other stuff. I follow divine instruction. Look how long it took for me to make a video. I've been sitting on this divination and letting it marinate, finishing it up, making sure that I'm channeling the accurate message. And I've been picking up this message for about a year now about divination abuse and also spiritual oppression. I had to follow the divine instruction of when to convey this message, and this is the moment. So you can see there, I'm not jumping up because I'm thirsty for fame and all of this other stuff, and I hear all the chitter chatter in the spirit realm. Whether you're physically in my presence or not, if you bring my name up, I heard you. Know this. And a lot of y'all like to try to chew on my name like bubble gum. I hope it's a good flavor. But we're going to keep it cool. There's no need for that. Because there's beings in the spirit realm, divine beings, that have a role to play that handle that. I want to thank all my subscribers that have been with this channel since the beginning. And I want to thank all of my new subscribers. Welcome. I hope you're here to stay. Nothing to say to any negative beings at all. You get no energy from me. I have no extra energy to spare. None. All my energy is mine. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope that you guys continue to have a wonderful time wherever, actually whenever you are, and catch you all on the next one. Peace out.